Old McSparkuus had a farm, or at least a field. And you know it's update time for that little field. I made it up on the fly. It was, I give it a 2 out of 10 stars, but would sing it again. I have to admit, this is not the video I was going to make today. I had planned to make a video about what we took the kids to on Sunday, but then I realized that I need to copy some photos off my wife's phone I mean, for that video, so that'll happen either on the weekend or next week. That'll be something to look forward to. So I thought that today was probably a good time for a field update because there hasn't been one, but there's really mostly only bad news to report. Pretty much everything died. And not quite everything, just pretty much everything. The cucumbers are dead, the beans are dead, the watermelons are dead, the pumpkins are dead, the green peppers are dead, the eggplants are dead, the corn is dead, the carrots are dead, and everything is grown over in grass. The only thing still alive is the okra and the sweet potatoes. Oh, and basil. This is where the good news is. The sweet potatoes, I'm told, are actually doing really well for this season. My sister-in-law has seen places where they are all yellow and dying already. Mine are green, spreading out, and we don't even harvest them until like November, I think, so they're doing pretty good. I'm not too worried about them. Everything else, first it got too much water and flooded, then it dried out and there wasn't enough water, didn't rain for weeks, and then it rained too much and it flooded, and so the plants just really had no chance. Even if I had put in a massive effort when it was not raining to haul out water here every day, I don't think the stuff would have survived because the deep roots, any deep roots they might have had, were killed by the flooding. So last Friday, we cleaned out a space and tilled it. It's not huge, but hopefully we're gonna plant some potatoes here. I gotta spread some manure on this, probably mix it in by hand a little bit. Retilling it would be best, but I don't forget to that. Make the mounds and plant potatoes. I was gonna say tomatoes, but no, potatoes. I don't want tomatoes, it's too late for them in the season anyway. But that's really gotta happen like this week if possible, because otherwise they won't have enough time to grow. You won't get much potato before it freezes, so that's gotta happen very soon. Hopefully that can get done. So in the field, it's just mostly not good. The grass likes it, which is probably why the rice has done okay, even with low amounts of water. Of course that was flooded, so it had its own water supply. The okra is still alive, but again, my mother-in-law said she has never seen okra this short. So, and I haven't been collecting the seed pods, so most of them are too big to eat anyway. I don't like okra, Kumiko does. A quick search found me just 2 okra seed pods that I think are okay for eating. So really, that's it for the farm. I had planned to plant the field. I had planned to plant some soybean for edamame, but way too late for that. And a lot of places, it's not doing too well either. Like if you look at the field beside me, there's some lush green space, and then there's a chunk where it's all just dead, or didn't grow at all. And I have seen some entire fields that are worse than that mostly bare patch. Like a huge field bigger than that field with very, very few plants in it. Things are not doing well. We had too hot in August, not enough water. Too dry a summer. We had too dry a summer. But I did think the other day that that's not really the extent of my agricultural activities, because we do actually have a few fruit-bearing trees that are bearing fruit. And the chicken coop is covered in pumpkin vines. We did get 3 off of it, but then it stopped growing any pumpkins when the summer got really dry. But then we had some rain, and now we're growing a few again. Like there's one. So hopefully that'll become a big pumpkin. There's a couple more small ones that are still not sure if they're gonna grow or not. I don't know if they're gonna grow, and they haven't decided either. I have 2 pomegranate trees. This one's never done anything, it's younger. But this one over here, last year, produced its first fruit. We got 2 fruit off of it. They were delicious. I loved them. I say that a lot. But this year it had way more flowers. We thought, great, more fruit this year. Nothing. All the flowers fell off. I'm rather disappointed in it. Speaking of falling off, my cactus fruits are starting to fall off. Prickly pears, I guess. These are a kind of prickly pears. My cactus is doing well. Lots of fruit on it. And it's ripe to the point where, oh, it's even starting to rot open. Okay. I'm not too concerned. I'm probably not going to eat any of them. I've had them, they're not great. My wife once made dragon fruit jam, which is another kind of cactus's fruit, and it was absolutely fantastic. So I thought, okay, I'll try making it a jam. So I collected them, peeled them, which ended up giving me lots of slivers in the finger, even though even peeling it the way you're supposed to, like underwater and gloves and whatnot, and the fine hairs, spikes get you. And I got the fruit already, put it in a pot, started cooking it, and the smell was so terrible. I had to throw the whole thing out. In fact, I think I took it outside and threw it in the river. It's biodegradable, it's good. As a raw fruit, it's boring. There's a white spiderweb there. But as a cooked fruit, it's disgusting. So no jam out of that one. I don't care if that goes to waste, because it's not going to go to use anyway. Our blackberry vines, they're all done for the year, but we got lots of berries off that, and they're starting to grow tall. My Chikugo is making fruit for the first time ever, and it is doing it gangbusters. I've mentioned Chikugo several times. It is an Okinawan citrus fruit that basically people mostly have as juice, I think. Tastes like a sweet lemon. And this thing is covered in fruit. There and there and there and here 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 and here. Lots of fruit. I am very much looking forward to eating that. Cherry tree looks like the caterpillars are getting the leaves. It made lots of cherries. Birds got all of them. Something berry, mulberry, elderberry, something berry had lots of berries growing. They all fell off. Disappointed. We've also got this fig tree that's growing some fruit, but it's still small and green and not near ready to eat. But the huge surprise is this. An apple. It's really an apple. It's not a huge apple, but it's an apple. From everything I've been taught, this should not be possible. I was told that apple trees can't stand a hot summer, need a cold winter, otherwise you get no fruit. Well, we have one apple growing, and it's the only one I have that this tree has ever made. Hopefully this will be the start of something, a yearly thing. Not just one, I want more. I want lots of apples. I want this thing to grow tall and give us lots of apples. Something is doing something nasty to the bark. What the hell is that? I've never seen that before. I don't know if that's really bad or just a little annoying. Man. So that's what this place looks like agriculturally for the end of August. Hopefully it'll be a more productive fall and winter. The only reason we got any rain, I think, was because a couple of typhoons came past. A bunch of typhoons came past. Thankfully they went past and didn't come directly here. It's been dry.